Pocono Raceway. Here we go for round number 3 of this TI Gen 4 Series, presented by Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, as we get ready to go racing on the tricky triangle. Yeah, I'm a little late, but we're here ready to rock and roll. I am the captain on this Tuesday evening, ready to go racing in the Pocono Mountains. As here's your race information tonight: 76 degrees, 60 laps, 3 sets of tires, 35% fuel. Sounds like we're going to go about 8 or 9 laps on a tank, and that is about it, as the pace car is going to pull off. The front row is Stephen Miles and Alex Bryson as part of the TI team as we come to the green flag at Pocono. Race 3 underway. As they spread out 3, 4, 5 wide almost. And down the turn 1, Miles leading Bryson, and you see Mertes there to the inside. The 27 of Logan Hamilton also there as they come off of turn 1 down the Long Pond straightaway for the first time. As they're 4 wide back here, they better settle it out quick. Casey Carrington there in that 14 car, and there's the twos all battling each other. Cornwell, Craig Martin. And tonight, a special race, because this was actually supposed to be the iRacing Super Speedway, but because of Zarin Beaver gets the wall and Miles leads lap 1. But the opportunity came up for Chris Lewis and them to put a sponsor out there, and that's what they've decided to do here tonight. And basically, our good buddy, the 8 car there, Kyle Ethier, put the sponsor on and made the switch, put the race here at Pocono's. One car slaps the outside wall there. Not sure who that was, but he left fairy dust and everything. Was that Dallas? But anyways, Miles pulling away here as we got the battle for second between Bryson and Mertes. But tonight's race, according to the schedule, is actually being labeled as the Visit Mount Pocono Campground 150 here at the Pocono Raceway. Is the battle on for second. Let's see what Hamilton does there on the backside. Kyle Ethier there also, as Sean Lester comes to pit road in the 31 car. Not sure what's going on there. If there's a penalty involved, there's something. Down the Long Pond straightaway, speeds 190 to almost 200 miles an hour at times here on this track. You see AB has fallen back to the 5th position there in front of Brandon Alfin, and Casey Carrington there 7th. And battle here for 9th is into the wall goes the 51 of Ryan Whitaker. What's the penalty for? Anyways. As they go down turn, short shoot to turn 3. Hang on a second, I mute my mic for just a quick second. All right, sorry about that. So Miles leading here by 1.8 seconds over Logan Hamilton. As you see the fan cam there, as the O2 of Mertes under attack. So it looks like there must have been penalties to Dallas Childers and Sean Lester. Unfortunately, I didn't hear them because I was still trying to get everything working, including the audio to my ears, where I heard Dallas get a flag cleared or something. So I don't know what's going on, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I can't do. There's only so much I can do with work. So as here's Dallas Ronald Piles and Dominic Russo. And now caution comes out. Logan Hamilton's involved up front here. Logan Hamilton involved. Mertes gets together with Hamilton, and Bryson gets involved. I think Ethier gets through there. So two of the TI cars taking themselves out, unfortunately, in the melee. And that brings the caution out here. And you can see the contact there, and there goes Ethier, who actually gets through the wreck. That could have been a lot worse. I'm actually going to jump back down to the track here for a quick second. All right, so we're getting everything here situated with what happened. So basically, at the start of the race, we had an issue where a couple of drivers were black flagged for an issue with another driver. And unfortunately, I was getting loaded in or was getting ready up here at the broadcast booth. Lewis was loading in, so that driver unfortunately fell a lap down. So we're actually allowing these drivers back on the lead lap and getting as best of of the situation possible here. So to kind of make good on that situation. So Steven Melnick stays out, it looks like. And Miles going to be second. Kyle Ethier. Brandon Alphin. Is Miles going to start second there behind Ethier. Alphin going to be fourth. Craig Martin fifth. Cornwell, Eckert, KT McCann, Aaron Beaver, Casey Carrington going to be the top 10. A lot of cars coming in to top off the fuel cells here. As we come to the green flag here at lap number 10 of the Visit Mount Pocono 150. Melnick gets a pretty solid start there. Got a little bit of damage on the right front. Here comes Ethier to the bottom. 3 wide, heading down to turn 1. And caution back out. Wreck over here on the front straight. Ronald Piles. Looks like Mertz has maybe with some damage. See what happened here. Oh, the 02 turns to 68. Add Russo to the list. And then Aaron Thomas plows in. Here come these guys on the... coming super fast. And caution out for the second time. Caution out for the second time. This allowed me to actually work on a couple things here. So forgive me as I work on stuff here. I thought I had the cameras updated here, but I don't. So I'm just going to go to the basic. You're watching me literally do all the camera work here. Oopsies. For those who have never seen this before. A lot of the leaders coming down pit road. So Randy Cornwell, Casey Carrington going to stay out here. And I am actually going to take advantage here. And I'm actually going to step away for a quick second. We'll keep the stream up, obviously, and things, and get ready for the restart here. All right, here we go. Coming back to the green at lap number 14. Randy Cornwell has stayed out, taking the outside lane with his teammate there behind him of Kyle Ethier. Casey Carrington inside row with Stephen Miles behind him. As we're just a quarter distance in to this race, we'll get a chance here. We're going to bring Kyle Ethier up in the booth when we get our next opportunity to, as we can talk a little bit about the sponsor of this race. As the green comes out, Cornwell leads them. Everybody, for the most part, single file. Couple of side-by-side battles. Here's Carrington and Ethier battle as we ride on board Stephen Miles through turn one. Miles going to make the pass on Carrington for the third position. Craig Martin, Aaron Beaver. You see Alex Bryson trying to work his way back up here through the field after the incident earlier. And for the lead, here comes Ethier. Some said he might be the guy to beat tonight underneath his teammate. Randy going to race him pretty hard there in turn one. The 12 degrees of banking and down the Long Pond straightaway towards the tunnel turn. Miles clipping the apron there a little bit. Thought his car would get a little more out of shape than it did. Down the short chute, Ethier clears. Cornwell tries to cross him over, backs out of it into the corner that is shaped like the Milwaukee Mile. Ooh, I think there's some net code there. Racing close with each other. Miles going to clear for second. As back here, there's Bryson coming back to the front inside of Beaver. You see KT McCann back there with the 51 of Whitaker. As Whitaker in the Raisin Brand car makes the pass. See what kind of speed we got down the front straightaway here. About 200 down to turn one. I remember back in the day, these cars used to shift a little bit here. They would actually treat it like almost like a road course. That's where the Roval term came from. But you would use third gear throughout most of the track and then use fourth as overdrive, basically, if you will. As Alphin and Cornwell race hard for third. Carrington there behind him in the old Terry Bradshaw team owned. I forget who the other owner was of the team at the time, but Casey Atwood in that 14 car, a Nashville, Tennessee native like Casey Carrington is. One car. Two cars off the track right now, Logan Hamilton and Ronald Piles. Everybody else out there still running laps. Got 18 on the lead lap right now. Oh, Aaron. And Bryson getting a little loose too there, or tight at least behind Mr. Whitaker. This is a little wad of cars right here. Everybody crossing over, switching lanes. Carrington gets by Cornwell for fourth. Now, like I said, with a 35% field, you do not have a lot of laps, and then you're right back on pit road to top off the fuel cell here. And we've been green for about 6 laps now. And I hear one car calling out his pit stall right now as we got a new leader. Stephen Miles has gone by Ethier here in turn 3. And Randy Cornwell is going to come to pit road. As Cornwell brings it in. Very tricky pit road here. Obviously, a couple of little hills on it. Speeding can be a little easier than you want it to be here at this track. But should be 4 tires and fuel for the 22 car. With him sitting that long, unless he's sped. And something tells me he's sped because he is sitting there an awful long time. As Carrington comes to pit road in the 14. And Cornwell finally living his stall there, 48 seconds. And here comes Aaron Thomas back there. Four tires and fuel. Carrington pulls away, 15 flat. Looks like Beaver going to come to pit road here. A lot of leaders coming to pit road. Miles, Ethier. Somebody back there at 26 coming in a little hot. I think that's Eckert. Nice job back there locking it down. Should be 4 tires and fuel for most of these guys here. And remember, you got the bonus point for leading a lap now, so you got some cars trying to lead laps here as Alphin pulls away. That's fuel only for him. Miles taking 4 tires. Ethier 4 tires. As we get ourselves into a green flag rhythm after a little bit of a rough start. Here comes Whitaker, the Raisin Brand Chevrolet. As Melnick going to come in behind him, Eureka will also. And that will likely hand the lead to Brandon Alphin if he can get back here to the line. Of course, Miles has the tire, so he might get to Alphin pretty quickly here. We'll have to see. Fuel only for Whitaker. You got the 3 sets of tires to work with. Here comes Brandon right here to turn 1. He's going to get past Whitaker for the lead. As everybody kind of shuffles out here. Oh, in trouble. Front straightaway. Somebody's spinning back there. That is Sean Lester. And he's driving a patriotic paint scheme, a really cool looking paint scheme at that. Let me add that to it as I notice, I don't know what the paints are up to like this. It's been doing that to me recently. But caution out for the 3rd time. As Sean Lester goes for a little ride on the front straightaway here. Gets loose, overcorrects, indeed I does, and just goes for a little 360. How about a 540 into a 720? Nice job. All right, right, so caution out here for the third time. We'll let the leaders see what they're going to do here, and we'll bring Kyle Ethier up and talk a little bit about. And we've got wrecking on the front stretch some more. Aaron Beaver's gone around. Apparently Eckert's system had an issue or something. Oh, wow. And I think, did Eckert get kicked from the room? Anyways, that was odd. All right, let's see what the leaders do here. And this is why I was going to wait and talk to Ethier, because everybody's on pit road pretty much here, except for Whitaker, who's going to stay out. Aaron Thomas looks like going to stay out also. And I'm guessing the guys that took tires, it should be fuel only, I would think, for everybody here. All right, you see Ethier leaving his pit stall here, so let's talk to Kyle. Kyle decided to sponsor the race this evening as we bring the Season 8 champion up here. Let me mute the microphones in the race chat because I'm hearing some very interesting things out there tonight. But, all right, let me hit the right buttons here and get Kyle on here, buddy. Obviously, you're just come down pit road there for you. We'd let you pit here for a second. But Lewis brought the idea up of getting a race sponsored, and you can pick the track and all that different stuff. You decided to do so here at Pocono, and you called it the Visit Mount Pocono Campground 150 at Pocono here. So talk a little bit about it, because I see it all over your car, and so much else with it.
Yeah, so I've been going up to, the races in the Poconos every June and July. Now it's just July, sadly. But since I was about 5 years old, and we've always stayed at it's a great campground, Mount Pocono Campground, Mount Pocono. And just wanted to give a shout out to everybody there, man. Saying if you're in the area in the Poconos looking for a campground, you got a trailer, a tent, hell, they have cabins. Spend the weekend. They got activities, pools, got a lot of stuff. It's a fun time.
Now, do you know that Pocono has a unique nickname?
I do.
Do you know what that nickname is?
The Tricky Triangle, sir.
Well, that's the track.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Pocono. Oh, I think I may know what you're talking about.
The honeymoon capital of the world is Pocono.
Is it really? I did not see that. I did not know.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
I try to come up with those sometimes. I'm trying to actually look up the website real quickly here, and so I can plug it for the. Yeah, just go look up Mount Pocono Mountains or whatever. Go check them out. Kyle likes to stay there. He gets the endorsement. It's his race tonight. So, yeah, otherwise, looking good here so far in this race. You got, I know Miles passed you for the lead, different strategies going on. You rode again past your teammate, and obviously we got just about halfway here. What do we got here for the field?
Yeah, I think me, Miles, Alphin been up in the front. Obviously, Logan was up here. I don't want to talk about Zach, but yeah, I mean, I got a little damage from that. I don't think it's hurting me that bad. It was only like 3 seconds. So as long as I'm good from that, I should be able to get up there and race with Miles and Alphin. We're on the same strategy now. I think Alphin took tires there, so we took them just before the caution, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference.
There we go. So we'll let you go. You caught me mid-drink when you made the comment about Zach, so I guess we're going to call him Bruno now. So, but hey, best of luck, and coming back to green.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Kyle Ethier sponsoring tonight's race, and as he said, go check out Mount Pocono and their area there. Let me get you to your room. Here you go. Oops. Did I get him in the right room? I put him in another room. All right, as we come back to the green here, lap 27, as Whitaker leads him to the green, and smart move there, actually. Look at it. That was kind of a cool move. Aaron just kind of ducked to the inside, got out of the way, and kept it to where there would not be a penalty for it. Of course, they say that. Are these for passing? So Whitaker leads, already pulled out to about a 7/10 of a second lead. As Bryson and Melnick battle for fifth. Melnick fighting pretty hard, got that right side of his car fixed up. Melnick in a fight. There's Craig Martin tries to peek inside. McCann there also with him. Down the long pond straightaway. Oh, McCann almost turned it down in there, and Alfin stuck it in. That was those tires on that 28 car. As up here for the lead, here comes Miles and Ethier and Carrington. As we're halfway, next time by. Now Thursday, we're back into trucks, and we're actually at the track that was originally on the schedule. As a couple cars tail whipped the wall there off one, which was the iRacing Super Speedway. We'll be there Thursday for one of my rare broadcasts at that track. It's like one of my first or second or third time ever. I don't even know if there's a camera package for that track. That's how often I broadcast there. As Miles goes to lead, and Ethier going to go to second. Carrington going to dive it in there for third. Whitaker trying to fight there in that outside lane. And caution going to come back out. Stephen Melnick in the wall. So Melnick not happy with Cornwell. after that caution. Let's look at the replay again here. It's tight race in there. Melnick felt that he wasn't there on the inside, and Randy felt he was there. And they wrecked in turn 2. And caution out here for the 4th time. This gives me an opportunity to bring up the man who decided to make a couple of whoopsies with the race and everything tonight, but yet he gets here and missed the start of the race. So you missed the start of the race, but you never missed the start of a special at Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Do you, Chris Lewis? Hello, sir.
Sorry, I just now noticed that you pulled me.
Yes, yes. Well, remember, it does take you 2.5 hours just to get your microphone open.
It does. It does. I don't know how to fix that either. It's very unfortunate.
That sounds like an ID10T problem.
I need my IT guy to take a look at it. That's for sure.
Let me know how that goes. So what we got at Marion going on here?
Right now, we have a specialty going on. If you buy a truck, a 1500 gas, you get free fuel for a year.
Wow. That's pretty good.
There is. So how we do that is on the window sticker, it tells you that you will spend $2,000 some for a year. We take that off of the window sticker and we discount it from our internet price on your new Ram 1500.
Ah.
So
that's
some Rams right now on the internet have $10,500 off. Depending on what that number says on that sticker, you get that plus the $10,500 off.
That's only at Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. So check out their website. It's marioncdjr.com. And yeah, prices are cheaper at the bottom of the mountain or something like that.
That's it. That is it.
There you go. I might be swinging by on my way to, my new home.
You better. We need the captain to buy a truck so we can put Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram all over the side of it.
I like that. And, it'd be really cool to have them on the side of a truck of mine when it wins races in other leagues.
That would. I heard that you had a good experience Saturday night.
I did have a great experience Saturday night. Got help from Mr. Miles there, who won the regular season championship, and it took me all of like 150 starts to win this race finally. But I'm now tied with you and wins in that league.
That is, I don't have a win in that league.
Oh, well, I passed you then. What do you know?
So is this the part where I take over the role as reporter? How was your Saturday night? And anybody you want to thank for Saturday night?
Let's thank 4D Racewear. They were on the truck. And, of course, Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, which I do give them the mentions, by the way, during the broadcast.
That's a good thing. Who is 4D Racewear?
That's Jim. How do you know who Jim Herrick? Come on.
I know who Jim is. I was being a reporter for once.
Fail fish. All right, we're going back green. Go do
my thing.
Go pet Mimsy or something. Who did I just talk to this week? It says I didn't. Oh, it was Casey Carrington. He's like, I didn't know Mimsy was a cat.
Yeah, that's my baby girl.
Yeah, I had to teach Casey that you have like 640 cats. So.
Yeah, I'm that crazy cat guy. Yeah. I hope he remembers that now.
And fact is, he actually has at least 3 cats taller than he is.
Oh, that's a shot.
Low blow.
That's
Sorry.
a shot.
All right. Love you. Bye. I'm an ass. What else can I say? All right, coming to the green, lap 34. Greg Martin, Stephen Miles, Casey Carrington, Kyle Ether, Brandon Alphin, your top 5. Alex Bryson, Ryan Whitaker, Zach Mertez, who's back up to 8th, Aaron Beaver, and Randy Cornwell, your top 10. Uh-oh, I might have to keep an eye right here. Because Randy's got Stephen Melnick right next to him, and I don't know where Melnick's going. But we're coming to the green. And you can tell Melnick's not happy. As Craig Martin leading this race into triple twos. Ether inside of Carrington. Now for fourth here, or for third, I'm sorry. And how about the opportunity? Let's turn it up. So Craig Martin comes to pit road here. And this likely a scheduled pit stop. I wonder if it puts him in the fuel window. I find that kind of an interesting move to run out there a couple laps, lose the lead, and then come to pit road in the 22 car. Let's get the right camera. There we go. As Stephen Miles went back to the lead. See what Martin does here if he tops it off. Well, I saw the car lift up there. 2 tires, maybe? I thought I saw the car lift up like he was taking tires. Either way, there's your leader. Brandon Alphin up to second. Kyle Ethier up to third. And you see the laps starting to get quicker. As Carrington last time by ran his fastest lap of the race, a lot of cars actually did that last time by. So we're really starting to see the speeds, especially with the cooler track temps. Pick up here as Ethier almost gets in the back of Bryce and gets out of it. And that's going to cost him momentum-wise because here comes Carrington to his top side. So we went green roughly 4 laps ago, 5 laps ago, which is lap number, we'll call it 35 to 36. Oh, never mind. Caution's out. Let's just not even talk fuel as Casey McCann's been turned. Oh, and he puts himself in the wall. Aaron Beaver gets into the back of the 95. Okay. So basically, McCann explaining how he raced Beaver a few laps beforehand, and gave him room and stuff. But then, unfortunately, the favor was not returned. He felt so, and then, well, that doesn't help things right there. So right here at this window, let's just call it 8 laps. 8 times 2 is 16. We're at 20 to go right now, so they're about 4 laps short. We'll get the green with about 17 laps to go here. So I think this is going to be interesting now if this race were to stay green. Here comes everybody on the lead lap to pit road. Four tires and fuel for those cars. Except for a couple. It looks like Cornwell, Brandon Alphin, either fuel only or 2 tires. And then Miles coming out in 4th. And I must have missed Whitaker leaving pit road. So here's the interesting thing. We're going to come to 1 to go here this time by. So it's actually going to be 19. We'll have 18 laps to go. Can anyone go 9 laps on fuel? Or, I'm sorry, if anyone can get that 10th lap on fuel. And if there's any car that you can save fuel in, probably the most, it is this car right here. And it's because there's not a lot of drag. The trucks, the next-gen car, have a lot of drag on them, so it slows the cars down really quickly. This car here, you can let it coast, and it will coast for a while. All right, so here comes Whitaker back to pit road. And people in the back coming to pit road. So you got a lot of cars, it looks like, that are playing the role of there's not going to be a caution the rest of this race. And then we got cars that say, yes, there will be a caution the rest of this race. So with this being the 3rd race of the season next week, according to Lewis's records here, I couldn't believe this when he said this. We're, for the first time in this series history, are going to Kentucky Speedway. He said we've never been to Kentucky before, which kind of caught me off guard. That'll be next week for 90 laps of racing there. Then Sonoma in 2 weeks, Michigan, Dover, and Talladega to finish the season out on the 17th of October. As always, 8 race schedules. All right, so can anyone pull the miracle here? Basically, coming to the green, you have to be able to go 9 complete laps on both runs to make it to the end on fuel here, and hope to goodness there's no cautions. Green flag back out. And if you don't plan on going the rest of the way on fuel on one stop, you are going as hard as you can right now. Whitaker under attack as Alphin goes by. Here comes Miles and Ethier. See that bump over there in turn 2 can be kind of vicious. Whitaker cuts down in front of Bryson. Oh, Whitaker almost lost the back end there. Got a little too much on the brakes. Nice save on his part. As Ronald piles back to pit road there. Obviously, Ronald multiple laps down now in this race. Dallas Childers 13th position there, running on the lead lap, doing a solid job as Cornwell and Alphin for the lead here. And the Kentucky native going to the front there as Cornwell dives it in there in the bottom. Going to slide up a little bit. Here comes Miles top side. Cornwell getting loose above or below his teammate there, Kyle. Cornwell falls all the way back to 5th there into the clutches of Carrington there behind him. Oh, and Ethier gets the outside wall. That's not going to help things, but this car is very durable. Mertes ran the fastest lap of the race last time by, 53.25. The speed's coming up as we get later and later into the evening time here. Up front, Miles putting the pressure on the 28. These cars getting all kinds of sideways off the corners. As Miles coming for the lead. And Ethier up the middle. That was a TI sandwich. What a move by the A car. And here comes AB. So, I think we know who's not saving fuel. These guys. Now, what drivers in here could be saving fuel? Let's go back here. Aaron Beaver, KT McCann, Eurykio, Clement Downing, Dallas Childers, believe it or not, Dominic Russo in his modified. Aaron Thomas, maybe saving fuel. Aaron, I think, is more just trying to finish all the laps, as I've told him to do multiple times. Bryson up to 3rd. That sun's going to get worse and worse as we go here. So Miles up by 2/10 over Bryson, who's got Ethier by about a tenth or so. And it's about 7/10 back to Alphen. And then Carrington back there at 5th right now. Mertes back up to 6th after having what he would probably call the worst race of his life. As Russo comes to pit road. So we got some cars coming to pit road here, which puts them well outside. Now, that might be the guy right there, Cornwell. Because the way he's rolling right now and kind of letting these drivers go by, this could be the guy saving fuel. Let's go jump on board here and let's watch. Alphen coming to pit road, says he's pitting and didn't sound thrilled saying it. He drove it in there pretty deep in the 2, so maybe not. And leaders all coming to pit road, so pretty much everybody up front saying, yep, we're not making it, so we're going to pit here. And this is going to really get interesting now. Who has tires left? I would think you would take them right here so that you could fuel only at the last stop. There's right sides going on to 24 and 38, the 02. Carrington, fuel only there. Alphen, fuel only there. Ethier, 2 tires. So the leader now, Sean Lester, in the very cool, patriotic number 31 car. And he will come to pit road. That lands up, not even Whitaker. Melnick, no. Melnick, I think the last time we had a fuel mileage race, won that race, and he's pitting. Eureka, or Beaver to pit road. And Eureka slowly coming to pit road. So that just tells me that everybody could not make it. That's going to hand the lead to Casey Carrington, who just last week put his truck in victory lane and scored his first TI League win Thursday night. Now, I was at Rockingham Thursday night. I had to remember the track. I'm like, what track was it? He leads by 7/10 and gets way too high. And Alphen goes to the front, takes advantage of that mistake by Carrington. So 8 laps to go now. Look at the lap times here as they cross the line. Let me flip over to that real quick. .53.45 from Bryson. A 53 from Miles. Other than that, everybody in the 54s, it looks like. As Whitaker passing Lester here for 9th just now. As Carrington right back to pit road. And this is to top the tank off. Actually, I don't see damage on that car anymore. So obviously, he must not hit the wall hard enough. Like I thought he did. I thought he got it pretty square. And he's going to take tires here. Interesting strategy here. Do something different. Why not? As he gets up to speed, here's Alfin off turn 3. As AB comes to pit road, Bryson in. Aaron Thomas back on pit road. As Bryson fuel only 5.6. Well, let's put the track map up here and let's see where everybody's at here. So the 14 is Casey Carrington right there. Coming down the front straightaway at speed. And look out for Clement. Literally planted himself in the outside wall there. I think he got spooked by Bryson. So there's the distance right there between fresh tires and fuel only. Now, there's some fuel save right here potentially going on. I mean, this is the track where if you want to try to fuel save, you got plenty of off-gas time to do it. You just throw the clutch in and let it coast. I never heard Miles really clutch it there. But he is going slow enough. You see the 22 go by Cornwell. He's not full throttle, I can tell you that. That's 4 laps to go. This is your battle right here. I honestly, it's just so close right now, fuel wise. I don't know who really has the advantage here. If any of these top 11 cars, 10 or 11 cars can make it, they're going to win this race likely. If not, it falls into the hands of Carrington and Bryson potentially here. As Ethier going for the lead. Oh, Dallas gets loose right in front of the leaders. Alfin lost a lot there in turn 3. Make that 2 laps to go. 5 miles. Back here, Craig Martin and the battle of the twos again. Martin and Cornwell, 2-2 versus 2-2-2. I mean, can these guys seriously make it? As Ethier brings them to the white flag, final lap. I think back to 1995, Jeff Gordon leading at Pocono, runs out of fuel on the final lap, and here comes the 28 driven by Dale Jarrett that year to win that race. As McCann's on pit road. Oh, one car slamming the outside wall right in front of the leaders. That's Aaron Thomas. As Kyle Ethier going to bring it off into turn 3. Alfin's still right there with him. He wears the number 8 now because he won Season 8's championship. He sponsored the race and, well, he owns it. Kyle Ethier wins at Pocono. Alfin second, Mertes third. And the fuel game. I'm not expecting burnouts tonight, to put it like that. Yeah, Kyle's out of gas. He might need a hand. So while Kyle coasts his way back to the start-finish line or to victory lane, let's get you the final results here. As Ethier holds off Alfin by 1.2 seconds. You're going to get a push there from Lester. Mertes third. Ryan Whitaker. Stephen Miles ends up fifth. Randy Cornwell holds off Craig Martin for sixth. Lester, Melnick, and Bryson end up your top 10. Carrington ends up 11th in what he called just now in chat, quote, the dumbest decision of his life. Or something like that. Eurykio 12th. Casey McCann 13th. Aaron Beaver 14th. Clement Downing 15th. Childers, Russo, Aaron Thomas ends up in the 18th position. 19th goes to Ronald Piles. Michael Eckert finishes 30th, or 20th, I should say. 21st, Hamilton, 22nd. And missing the start of the race is Mr. Lewis. As we literally have a train now on the front straightaway. Let's get our third place finisher up here as Zach Mertes joins us. And Zach, man, obviously a crazy start to the race. One that I think you ranked up there near the top of your, well, that's not what I wanted list on the racing side of things. But as a good driver can do, they kind of forget about that and move on and bounce back to get a good finish.
All around, I'm not too unhappy with that. I'm sure there are probably a few drivers that didn't want to see me in this position tonight, but we just made the best of the situation. And, you know, I apologize to the guys that I got into at the start of the race, but at that point I had made my bed. I might as well lay in it. So just keep moving, keep pushing forward. And there were a couple of good battles around the racetrack. There were a few times when I got a little heated for getting held up by a few people, but I mean, hey, it's Pocono. That's what racing is. I honestly didn't even know if I wanted to race tonight because I've been battling a sinus infection all day, but, you know, we came out, we showed up, and, you know, we did good.
No, you did good, and obviously that's the toughest part is getting yourself mentally to not make more mistakes after making a mistake like that. But things that kind of things happen. But got to be proud though to still come out here with another top finish for you in that O2 car.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to see, especially since we're gonna be hopefully running the kart this weekend at Trackhouse Motorplex on Saturday morning. It's as long as I can kick this sinus infection, I think we'll be in good shape. I got to be able to make sure I can go to work tomorrow, but hopefully we'll just keep pushing forward, keep doing our thing, and I got to thank all the sponsors out there. I got to thank iRacing and Mimsy Motorsports. I was moved on over to Mimsy because Chris wanted to make sure that his drivers could contend for a full season championship because I'm not running full season for the ARCA Series. I'm only running part-time, but you'll see me full-time on the trucks on Thursday, and I got to thank Burner Rubber Radio, Whiplash Sim Cams, Pit Stop TV, 4 Mile Productions, Avengers Racing, the Mohawk Foundation, everybody that gets it done, IRL and the Legend Car. We do a lot of great things outside of just iRacing, and we got a couple people irritated at us tonight, but hey, all I got to say to that is, oh well. I apologize for it. I can see the messages, ladies and gentlemen. All I got to say is, oh well. I apologize. If you were still mad about it, then I don't know what to tell you. So hopefully we can keep pushing forward with everything we got going on in iRacing and everything we got going on in the Legend Car and karting. But just big thanks to Chris Lewis for everything he does outside of the iRacing sim, everything he does to make sure that kart's in tip-top shape. Hopefully he doesn't text me Friday morning saying the engine's dying on us, but hey, we'll make sure everything's in tip-top condition for Saturday, and hopefully we'll go out there and put that kart in a good position.
Absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight, and congratulations on your third place finish.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the great broadcast.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Zach Mertz finishing third, as he'll be getting ready to race here this weekend. Takes a little Sudafed or something, gets that all taken care of. And if we weren't public on a broadcast, I'd call the sinus infection something else, but I have some jokes there. Anyways, all right, second place finisher here tonight is the 28 of Brandon Alphin. I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon ran. He sure did. Brandon obviously probably not happy finishing second. Let me go peek in the other Discord that I know he's probably at. No, he's not even over there anymore. All right, so Brandon gone. So, yeah, obviously not happy. The Rooster with finishing second. So let's bring the champ up here, the Pocono guy, as the 8 goes to victory lane for the first time this season. Third different winner in 3 races here on the Gen 4 side. As, well, I guess no pressure. Yeah, I mean, you kind of sponsored the race. You got to go win it now.
Yeah, I was going to practice and I didn't. And if it wasn't for the fuel mileage, I think Miles and Alfin and Bryson, they were fast. They probably would have had me. But I don't know. I felt like it was going green. The second we made that stop, I was saving immediately the second we got off pit road, and that's why I was able to race Alfin a little there at the end, get ahead, and almost made it back to do some donuts, but not quite.
Yeah, when you tried to turn the car right, I think with the setup, it lifted the right rear off, and you got a little bit of a tweak there, but still, man, it's got to feel pretty good, though, obviously, to come back and get a win there after the championship season last season.
Yeah, no, it feels good. I've been running well, just love this place. That's why we paid the big bucks to get it on the schedule. And again, I want to thank the folks at Mount Pocono Campground. The sponsorship today got them in victory lane, so that's feel proud about that. Want to thank the folks at Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Well done.
Messed that up last time. And I want to thank you and Lewis and everybody putting this together. Let me change up the schedule a little here, and as Randy calls it, have fun at my playground.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, you did your thing tonight, man, and I know you started to send some shout-outs there. If there's anybody else you want to say hello or thanks or F you or whatever, too, you can.
Nah, yeah, just thanks to family and friends, everybody watching. I know Dom wasn't in the chat tonight. He's having some microphone trouble, so shout out to him and the boys at Acid Walls and CFT Brigade. And like I said, you, Captain Esports, Chris, everybody putting this on, man. It's good to be back in victory lane with this the Mount Pocono Chevy this week.
There you go, man. Well, good job. I see you playing with your wheel down there. I'm watching on the press box. And good job on the win. And yeah, we'll go get the points updated, I guess, too, before somebody yells at me.
No, yeah.
Good job.
Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely. So, as Ethier wins this race, and congratulations him, as he mentioned, the CTF or CFT or whatever 3 letters are, brigade. Aaron, all right. I'm going to teach Aaron. Here's a lesson for all. This is coming from a guy who's been on iRacing for 11 years now. And you're about to, actually, I'm going to make the announcement to everybody here. I will be running the Bristol race Saturday afternoon. So if you want to come watch, well, as long as my arm cooperates, I actually got to go see a chiropractor tomorrow. If you want to watch me run 500 laps at Bristol Saturday, come watch. Let's go out there and run laps. Is all you can do. If you're a young person on iRacing and you're new, run all the laps. Complete all the laps, as many as possible. Don't worry about other people's races. You get out there on the track, you run your lane, they will pass you. Communicate is all you can do. Get on the microphone and say, hey, pass me low here. Let them go. Those are the things that you can do, and that's how you earn the respect and run all the laps and learn how to race a track. So, best advice I can give to those young ones. So, all right, we're out. I'm actually going to go do an AI race, so let's have some fun with that. So, appreciate everybody for watching. Congrats to Mr. Ethier on the win. We're back Thursday from iRacing Super Speedway, and we'll go from there. So, always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!